weather in this one. It's cold out there, so it'll be interesting to see if that impacts the game at all.
Boog, this is one of those nights where position players want that pitcher to have a nice tempo. Keep things moving. Don't take forever in between pitches because it just makes it colder out there. You get stiffer and you're not ready to make a play like you need to be. So that's the emphasis, I think, on cold nights like this.
It's the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about ready for baseball. And on the mound today, Garrett Crochet.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Chase Mydroff, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
That catches the corner. Rips one to right, and it stays fair.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
Benintendi up here. Strike one. Crochet, 25 years old, a former first-round pick in 2020. Mydroff gets his lead at first, nobody out. And that one fouled off. And a pitch. On the ground to first, could be two. Over to Story for one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Batting third.
And here is Sosa to the plate. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Man at first, one away. Set down on strikes. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
And up next for Chicago, Josh Palacios. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. The next pitch misses, and the count is 1-1. They say you win.
1-2.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Goes down looking. So one left for the White Sox, and now the Red Sox get their turn. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Fenway, and pitching in this game, Tyler Gilbert. What do we have on him?
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe 2 at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Now at the plate, Jarren Duran. Puts a bunt down, right side. Steps on first for the out.
Batting second.
Here's a check of the Red Sox lineup put together by manager Alex Cora. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
Rafael Devers in the box now. No balls and a strike. Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that is downstairs. 2-1. 1 out, base is empty. That one fouled off. 2-2. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Thice down to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Perfectly executed 12-6 curveball right there, and with that kind of break, if you can drop it in below the zone like that, it's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappear. So hard to get under the ball unless you're really gearing up for it, and you might need a pitching wedge.
Now it's Alex Bregman. There's a strike at the knees. Two outs. To the right side, Vaughn. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here at Fenway Park, new inning getting started. Andrew Vaughn now. The number 3 overall pick out of Cal for the White Sox in 2019. Crochet back to work. In the air, center field, Rafaela. He's there. He's got it. And there's 1 down.
Batting 6, shortstop, Nick Maton.
And now the shortstop, Nick Maton. And first offering is fouled off. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
Check swing, and he went 1-2. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
That one misses, and now it's 3-2. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Matt Thice comes up to hit here. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Ball 1 there.
1-1.
Check swing, called strike. Out to short, Story. Sends it to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. Nothing doing for the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. That's in there. 0-1.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position. And that's what he does.
And a foul ball.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him. Leadoff man retired here in the second. Romy Gonzalez up next for the Red Sox. And a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Second inning here, no score. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Digging in, Rob Refsnyder. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Brings it in, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Brooks Baldwin. And there's the strike.
Well, he left that changeup up. Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
Right through there for a strike. Fights that one away, in the count is 0-2. Ground ball left side. Bregman to first. Out. And one away in the top of the third.
Batting ninth, center fielder Michael A. Taylor.
So up next for Chicago, Michael A. Taylor. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Rafaela sizes this one up, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Chase Mydroff.
So the lineup flips over. Chase Mydroff steps to the plate for the White Sox. 1 for 1 with a single so far. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
There's a strike. And that one in the air center field. Rafaela makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back here at Fenway, now here is number 28.
Second baseman, Christian Campbell.
That one is upstairs. And now 2-0. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Fastball for a strike. Well struck, right field. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Around first, heading for two. Not stopping, he's going for three. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first center of the ballgame.
Here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. And that drops in for a strike. A little out front there as he swings through it.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And there's one away. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Ceddanne Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Swing and a high fly ball left field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. Runner tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and it's 1-0.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Now batting Jaron Duran. He's 0 for 1.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. And what you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
First pitch misses.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
And it's even up.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one fouled off. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the third. Just off the inside corner. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Full count.
Rafael Devers waits on deck. Battling here as he fouls it away. Two down, nobody on, and there's ball 4.
Take your base.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. And that ends the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the fourth, Andrew Benintendi. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Durant brings it in, and there's one away. Now the third baseman, Lenyn Sosa. His first at bat was a strikeout. Sosa measures 6 feet even, 210 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Rafaela gets under it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And a couple of quick outs. Josh Palacios now at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. That one fouled off. That clips the corner.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
White Sox down a run. Line drive, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
And up next for Chicago, Andrew Vaughn. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
That's off the inside corner. 1-1. White Sox down to run. And he swings through that one.
1-2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. The White Sox lead 1. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back inside Fenway Park, bottom 4, and now the DH, Rafael Devers.
Rafael Devers.
Just missed. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now it's Alex Bregman. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Now one missed. Devers on at first. Nobody out. In for a strike. Going to count 1-2.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
High fly ball down the left field line. And it's caught just in front of the wall.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go
Trevor
a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Here's Trevor Story now. Struck out looking his first time. Off the
Ball,
mark
no.
there. And that is ball one.
Ball.
Last two pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
There's a strike. And it remains 2-2. Story swings and crushes one. Deep left field. And it bangs off the monster. Oh, the throw is wild. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The tag, and he's safe. And they take a 2-run lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
One out, runner at second. And now Romy Gonzalez. Hit on the ground to short. In time to Vaughn. That's it out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball
Now
out of the
batting,
air.
right
Lets the
fielder,
defense work behind him with another ground ball.
Refsnyder.
Good execution.
And now the right fielder, Rob Refsnyder. First time up was a pop out. That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Activity in the bullpen. Bryce Wilson getting loose out there. Perez, a left-hander, also throwing. Red Sox leading it by 2. That one just misses, and that's ball one.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Taylor on the move to the alley. Nabs it, and that ends the inning. Red Sox with an RBI double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. We go to the top of the fifth at the plate. Nick Maton.
Nick Maton.
Crochet back to work. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0.
You know, these White Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Foul ball there. That's down and in.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
That one finds the zone, and it's 3-2.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And here's the catcher, Matt Theis. Grounded out his first time up. In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball line to center. Squeezes it, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Brooks
Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. Grounded out his first time. That's in for a strike. Red Sox by 2. That misses the zone, and a count even 1-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That misses the zone. 2-1.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Just off the inside edge. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball. Slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Out to short. Story zips it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Red Sox 2.
pitching for
Bryce
Chicago.
Wilson gets the ball now.
Number 46.
Just trying to keep this one close here,
Bryce
and this is
Wilson.
where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now it's the second
Leading
baseman.
off
1 for
for the
1. He
Red
tripled
Sox.
in his first trip.
Second baseman, Christian Campbell.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 2.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. And that's in for a strike.
0-1.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You
Now
talk
batting,
about
the
the
center
benefits,
fielder,
the advantages of relievers who can come
Rafaela.
in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Rafaela stands in now and watches strike 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Headed towards the corner. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
And now Jarren Duran. And that's off the outside edge. Ball 1. Rafaela on at second with 2 down. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Taylor on the move. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. As a run scores.
That ball exploded off his bat and off the warning track as well as it bounced over the fence. And it sounded really good, too. He just put together a really nice swing and just missed a home run.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Devers now 1 for 2. And that is out of play. Next offering is fouled back. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Inside, and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. First and second, 2 outs. Here's Alex Bregman. 0 for 2 in this one. Grounder off the pitcher. In there safely. So bases all loaded up. Here's Story now.
Shortstop, Trevor Story.
Now fly ball to right center. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So they get 1 but end up leaving the bases loaded. 5 innings complete. It's the Red Sox 3 and the White Sox nothing. Back here in Boston, top 6. Now it's going to be Michael A. Taylor. And a swing and a miss. Movement in the bullpen. Justin Wilson up and loosening in the pen. Weiser getting cranked up as well. Inside, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
Right through there for a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
High fly ball out to center field. Rafaela pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. And it's fouled away. That's off the mark. 1-2 to count.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
The Red Sox leading by 3, and we're the top half of the 6th. foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
2-2.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. In the dirt, and that's ball 3.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
I'll tell you, with pitch counts being such a big consideration in today's game, an amazing fight at the plate like this ends up being incredibly valuable. Running that pitch count up. No matter.
Bregman to first. And Benintendi is out. Out number 3. Making 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Red Sox 3 and the White Sox nothing. Back here in Boston, bottom of the 6th, and stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez. And that's downstairs and outside. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game, and the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
Makes the grab, 1 down. So digging in,
next,
Rob
for the
Refsnyder.
Red Sox, right fielder, Rob Refsnyder.
Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Fought off foul. 1 down, base is empty.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Grounds 1 to short. In time to Vaughn. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, second baseman Christian Campbell.
Here's the second baseman. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
No. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well struck left field. Benintendi ranging back onto the track, and he makes the catch. So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Justin Wilson. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. Splits the plate. That's strike 1.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
In there at the knees, and the count is 0-2.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to 1. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
On the ground, and it goes just foul. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one not close. Now 2-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air, and it drops in. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. I'm amazed at his ability to pull his hands inside and actually square that baseball up. That pitch was off the plate. So tough to get the barrel to anything in there.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Josh Palacios. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Outside. Next offering upstairs.
2 balls.
Sosa aboard here at first with nobody out. And there's a ball.
1 strike.
And that's in for a strike.
Full count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. On the ground to second, might be 2. Good feed, that's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
And now the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. Wilson measures 6 feet 2 inches, 37 years young. He joined the team as a free agent. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Up the middle. Over to Story for 1. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Red Sox 3 and the White Sox nothing.
Now pitching for
We're back
Chicago.
in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Steven Wilson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Here's the catcher to hit,
Leading
Carlos
off for the
Narvaez.
Red Sox.
Struck out on
Catcher,
just 3
Carlos
pitches last time.
Narvaez.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff man aboard. Now, Cedar Rafaela. First pitch, and he just misses.
1-0.
And that's outside. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Penn Murphy getting ready to go. Hit in the air, center field. Taylor in position. And there's one down.
Now batting, left fielder, Jarren Duran.
Jarren Duran will hit next. And a strike in there.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And that one upstairs, ball 1. Just missed.
2-1.
Runner on the go. Fouls one off. 2-2. Ripped on a line. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Red Sox, designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
Here's Rafael Devers. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Next offering is in for a strike. This one in the dirt.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
That one missed. And downstairs.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And Raffy falls victim to the K. One left for the Red Sox, but they lead it 3-0. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Greg Weisser. He's been so good against lefties.
For the Red Sox, number 57, Greg Weisser.
Nick Maton steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Shortstop, Nick
The White
Maton.
Sox in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
Right side. And that one handled. Throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down.
That play won't be trending on
Now
social
batting,
media later
catcher,
on, but it's
Matt
still
Dice.
important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Now it's the White Sox catcher, Matt Dice.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Next offering is downstairs. Boston's bullpen with some activity. Aroldis Chapman up and throwing. One down, base is empty. Check swing, and he went. And it's 2-1.
1 strike.
That's down and in. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Clips the corner, and it's a full count.
Full count.
It's in and out of his glove. Still manages a throw. And saves. Couldn't recover from the misplay.
Now batting, second baseman, Brooks.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and It might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it, and I think that was the case right there.
So up next for Chicago, Brooks Baldwin. Fouled off. He was late. Just off the inside edge. Thice, the base runner at first with one out. Just off the outside edge. Ball 2.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Stays alive. Ground ball to the right side. Into the outfield, base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Gotta love the resiliency showing that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Tying run at the plate. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. You look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his club.
Can't glove it cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. White Sox strand a couple. They trail it here 3-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Penn Murphy. Bregman leading things off and takes a strike.
You know, these Red Sox, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
And they'll do it again. And that's outside, and the count is 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting, shortstop.
Here's Trevor Story. In the zone for a strike. That was the sweeper. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Brandon Iser, a rookie left-hander, appears to be getting going. Tap foul at the plate. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Ooh, we missed a mistake right there.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. But when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And it hits off the monster. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Now it's the right fielder, Rob Refsnyder. 0 for 3 in this one. On the ground to third, Sosa. Tosses to first.
He's out.
Inning over. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Aroldis Chapman. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Andrew Benintendi steps up. Upstairs, 1-0.
1 ball, no strike.
Fastball for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
That one missing inside. Facing a closer that delivers big-time velocity.
Well, normally against a big arm with this kind of velocity, you look for the ball down because the fastball up is a little hard to catch up to. But he's shown really good plate discipline by not offering at that last pitch down.
Upstairs. That one the other way.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
So, man aboard. Here's the third baseman, Lenny Sosa. 1 for 3. First pitch misses.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
And that misses. And that's ball 2. Fouled off down the right side.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Benintendi gets his lead at first with nobody out. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Got him swinging. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
And now the right fielder, Josh Palacios. And a foul ball. The White Sox trailing by 3 here at the top of the ninth.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
And that's a little bit high. And it's 1-2.
Tough take right there. He swings at that more often than not.
That one outside. And the count's even at 2.
2-2.
Good eye right there.
Full count.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
And that's ball 4.
Take your
And
base.
that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, this could be the start of something. They haven't found a way to score yet, but now's their chance to change that.
And up next for Chicago, Andrew Vaughn. And that one lifted in the air center field. Rafaela moving under this one. Brings it in. 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. Nick Maton steps to the plate for the White Sox. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And that one fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. The shortstop takes the ball.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
The tying run at the plate. Look out! And it hit him. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Matt Thaiss.
A little surprised they don't see a pinch hitter here with the lefty-lefty matchup.
Ball 1 there.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And the White Sox down to their final strike. This could end it. Got him! And that's the ball game.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can. Perhaps push it up to double digits.
The shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.